You can't fight a tuna. You'll drown.
Talking about like fighting a fish. What is that? I get what that means, but I also don't know what that means.
So when you shoot certain fish around structure, you you don't want them to go inside. So let's say you're by a shipwreck or a coral reef and you shoot a fish. What you have to do immediately is grab your line and pull as hard as you can going up to the surface so that you can try to prevent them from going into that structure and cutting your line or getting stuck, anything like that.
Now, but well, I would think that do other fish ever swoop in and take them?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like Goliath groupers, we have these huge groupers here that get up to 500 plus pounds. They just look like they're huge. And they'll come and just swallow up your fish and try to take it back into the shipwreck. Also, eels. I've gotten into a lot of tug of wars with eels. Sharks, obviously, that's like the most obvious one.
Yeah, that's kind of like how does the tug of war go? You're just pulling on the gun/spear, and they're pulling their way, and you gotta hope you win.
Yeah, and you gotta hope it doesn't come out with the fish and then try to attack you.
That would be a problem, right? Like I got it. Well, now it's coming for you.
Yeah, exactly. And then we also have barracudas. So all of these fish want your fish, and you got to deal with them.
Hardest fish to catch, easiest fish to catch.
Easiest fish to catch is probably a red grouper, which I mean, it's really hard because they're so cute and they just like look at you all stupid, like with their little fins, like, what are you doing? But so that's probably the easiest one. And then the hardest fish to shoot, at least in Miami, probably Cubera snapper. They're pretty like sketchy. Like they tend to not let you get very close to them.
What kind of makes a fish easy to catch versus hard to catch? Is it just the size, their intelligence, their habits? Like what makes one harder than the other?
Definitely they're I mean, just the way that they behave. If a fish sees you and runs away, then swims away, then you're definitely not gonna they're not gonna make it easy for you. But if they see you and they come out and they're just like checking you out, like what the heck, like what are you doing? That makes it real simple. The cuberas are like that. Like a lot of times you won't even see them, even if they're there, because they see you first and they're gone.
What kind of fish is like the most common that people are generally hunting? Like usually people are gonna get this one.
Snappers, definitely snappers. They're like in abundance here. You'll find them over coral, like in coral reefs. You'll find them in shipwrecks. So yeah, we have a lot of those there. You'll find them by bridges, any type of structure they like to hang out at.
Anything like that. What is the best tasting one?
I love wahoo. Wahoo's a pelagic fish that just has this incredibly white, just perfect for sushi and sashimi type meat. It's so good.
That's interesting that you kind of started out for the basically for the cooking part of it.
I mean, once you try fresh fish, and like the thing is, you're controlling it, right? So you can decide whether you want it super fresh, you want to eat it that day, or you can dry age it, you can wet age it. There's so many different ways to eat it. Like there's this fish that we have here called African pompano. If you eat that fish fresh, it's not good at all. Very tough. It's kind of chewy. But if you fillet it and age it in your refrigerator, after 2 or 3 days, it's so good. It completely changes the texture, the flavor, everything. So it's just there's so many more options for you. You go to a grocery store, they have the same fish all the time, and you don't know how old it is.